Hello, we are the NTU OIA. Welcome to the training course for international student volunteers for the 113th academic year, second semester, at National Taiwan University. Through today's session, you will gain an understanding of the tasks involved in being an international student volunteer, enabling you to provide better service when you undertake this role in the future. Let's begin today's training now. Our course today will have 3 stages. The first stage is the introduction to international students. The second stage is explaining the principles of volunteer arrangements for international student volunteer service. The third stage is the introduction to the duties of international student volunteer service. Before the course begins, please visit the website of the Office of International Affairs and download the International Student Volunteer Handbook. It will enhance your experience if you follow along with the handbook. First, Introduction to International Students. At National Taiwan University, international students can mainly be classified into 2 major categories: degree students and non-degree students. Degree students are those who come to pursue formal degrees and will receive graduation certificates from National Taiwan University upon completion of their studies. Degree students are further divided into 2 types: regular degree students and dual degree students who can obtain graduation certificates from 2 or more institutions simultaneously. As for non-degree students, they can be categorized into 3 types: exchange students, visiting students, and visiting research students. Exchange students are those who participate in exchange programs between National Taiwan University and other partner institutions, allowing them to study abroad for a certain period during the semester. Therefore, National Taiwan University students also have the opportunity to study at corresponding foreign institutions as part of these exchange programs. Visiting students, on the other hand, come to NTU without their home institutions having a partnership agreement with NTU. Instead, they come to NTU through self-funded arrangements. Now, I will explain the eligibility and principles for international student volunteer services. The first service principle has the following points that everyone should pay special attention to. First, the hosting period is for 1 academic semester. Second, if a volunteer is deemed unsuitable by the Office of International Affairs, their eligibility will be cancelled, and their volunteer status will be terminated. Third, if encountering any issues, please refer to the Volunteer Handbook and the Office of International Affairs website first. If answers cannot be found, please contact the college leaders. The list of college leaders for the second semester of the academic year will be posted on the Office of International Affairs. Fourth, please personally host international students and refrain from having someone else stand in for you. Ensure your own safety. Avoid getting involved in any disputes, especially emotional and financial ones. During the hosting period, maintain a professional service attitude to prevent inconvenience for both parties. The second principle is about cross-cultural communication. Due to the different cultural backgrounds between international students and ourselves, communication and understanding of the same matter often vary. Therefore, please adhere to the following principles of communication to avoid misunderstandings and unpleasantness. First, recognize that different cultures may interpret the same event differently. Respect should be granted accordingly. Second, stereotypes are the greatest barriers to communication. Third, avoid assuming that everything is self-evident. Fourth, listen more, observe more, ask more, and most importantly, communicate with empathy and sincerity towards the others. Next, we explain how to obtain eligibility for hosting. First, apply online. Second, participate in this training. Third, pass the online volunteer test. Fourth, obtain eligibility for hosting international student volunteer services. If the following situations apply, complete hosting services for international students cannot be provided. Therefore, please do not apply to volunteer. If accepted, volunteering privileges will be revoked. First, those who are not in the country due to exchange/visit or other factors during the second semester of the academic year 113. Second, those who cannot be contacted via email during the winter vacation period. Additionally, we plan to announce the matching results in the volunteer system on December 31, 2024. After the results are announced, Please watch the video on the volunteer registration system according to the type of student you are hosting, degree students or non-degree students, to facilitate the hosting process. At the end of the volunteer handbook, you can find the host volunteer service record, which contains all the volunteers' job tasks. If unsure about the tasks during a particular phase, you can refer to this record for answers. Additionally, after the service ends, please have the international student you hosted sign and upload it to the volunteer system to complete the volunteer service. Next, I will explain the responsibilities of hosting international student volunteer services. Before the international students arrive in Taiwan, the most important thing is for you to provide them with information about online course selection. Currently, there are various instructional materials available on the Office of International Affairs website in different languages. However, if possible, we strongly recommend that you also explain the operation of the course selection system to the students you are hosting, so that they can navigate the process smoothly when selecting courses. If they encounter any issues with course selection, they can seek assistance from the Office of Academic Affairs or their respective departments. Additionally, it's crucial to provide accommodation information, including details about dormitory locations and transportation. If international students wish to move into the dormitories early, please directly contact the NTU Housing Division to confirm availability. For any related questions, please contact the NTU Housing Division. Before international students can select their courses, they must activate their NTU Student ID accounts. Please assist in reminding the international students you are hosting to activate their accounts. Their default password is followed by their 8-digit date of birth, or a total of 9 characters. For example, if a student was born on March 10, 2006, their default password would be A200600310. Regarding the course selection process and regulations for international students. For degree students, the course requirements are the same as for local students. For non-degree students, they must enroll in at least 2 courses or 4 credits. After the students arrive in Taiwan, the first thing is to check into the dormitory. Please try your best to personally assist them with check-in, and help them purchase necessary dormitory supplies such as mattresses, bed sheets, and so on. A special reminder for everyone, please arrange to assist the international students at the dormitory before 8 p.m. If you are unable to do so before 8 p.m., please arrange another time to accompany them for shopping or provide shopping information. While it's important to be kind-hearted, it's also essential to be cautious. Remember to protect yourself while hosting international students. The second aspect involves handling visas and ARC. Please note that our country's visa types are divided into 2 categories: visitor visas and resident visas. If you are hosting an exchange student, they may stay in Taiwan for less than 6 months, so they only need a visitor visa. However, if you are hosting a degree student, whether they hold a visitor visa or a resident visa, please be aware that they must convert their visa into an Alien Resident Certificate, ARC, within 30 days of arriving in Taiwan. The corresponding authorities responsible for visa-related matters are listed here for your reference. Please take a look. Next is the information related to enrollment. Please pay special attention to the health check, orientation/welcome briefing/registration, and Chinese placement test. The timing and details of these events will be posted promptly on the Office of International Affairs website. Please make sure to check regularly and remind international students accordingly. After the school starts, if international students encounter any urgent or special situations, such as hospitalization or health issues, our office will inform the volunteers, and we also kindly ask the volunteers to provide timely care and support. Finally, we will provide a work schedule for students before they arrive in Taiwan. Please remember this carefully and provide services according to the schedule. That concludes all the content of our course. Once again, thank you for signing up as an international student volunteer. If you have any questions, feel free to contact the Office of International Affairs via email. Wishing you all the best and success in your studies.